Hi, friends. Oh, my camera's way high. Hi, friends. Susan Campfield here with SueStampfield.com. Welcome to my craft room. Come on in. We're going to relax together. We're going to create. We're going to have fun. It's all about the fun. It's all about the sharing. Thank you for making and sending handmade cards. You are making the world a kinder place with every card you send. So thanks for all that you are doing. Happy Saturday. It is a very hot and steamy day here in Minnesota, 90 degrees and very humid. So I'm so glad you're hanging out with me here in the air conditioning, and we're going to escape the heat a little bit tonight by having some Christmas fun. How about that? Winter fun, maybe? Winter fun. I want to let you know that I send out free project sheets via email that match up with some of my videos. So if you want to subscribe to those free project sheets, you can go to SueStampfield.com, click on subscribe, and you'll be all set. And we're going to take another crack at the pocket slider card. We did do it on Tuesday's video. How snafu with my printed dimensions. Oh my goodness, took 3 tries before we got it right, but we got there in the end. So this time I think it will go much smoother. Let's hope. So we're going to go ahead and dive right in. Let's go to the desktop here. Shout out to my moderator, Mary Nass, who is hanging out with us in the comments. Oh, such a messy desk here. Okay, so in the last video, we made this pocket slider card. So it's called a pocket slider because it opens up, and when it opens, oops, let me get my gift card out of there. It's causing me problems. When it opens up, it slides up out of this pocket, and then there's another pocket here that you can put cash or a gift card in, whatever you want. And when it's closed, that gift card stays put. And when it slides up, then they can access their gift card. So that is a pocket slider card. At least that is the name that I'm familiar with this. Everything has multiple names sometimes, right? So we're going to make a different version of this. The version we made on Tuesday night's video was with the beautiful vellum. Come on, Sue, it's on the tip of your brain. The vellum from the Suite of Green and Gold. Yeah, the Season of Green and Gold Suite. That's not the name of it. It's Graceful Greenery. Ah, I knew I'd get there in the end. Graceful Greenery. But tonight, the other one we had talked about maybe doing was the Sophisticated Sled, and a lot of you had voted for that. So we're going to do another take on this one, and we're going to use Sophisticated Sled for our card. So we're going to make another pocket slider card. Now, this was inspired by my friend Sandy Carlson, who made this beautiful one with the Changing the Leaves bundle and the Iconic Christmas. Is that what it's called, Mary? Designer Series paper. And you can see how Sandy's does the same sliding motion. So we're going to go ahead. This one's a little bit tighter. We're going to go ahead and dive right in. So we're going to use the Sophisticated Sled. I got a couple samples here to show you. Now, this one was done by Brenda Springer, a Minnesota demonstrator. And this one, we might have to do this fold too, you guys, another video. Let me know if you would be interested in watching this in another video. What is this one called? I mean, it's kind of like a bridge here in the front, but then it opens up again inside. I know I've done this one on past videos, but I'm blanking out on the name. I'm just sliding my camera up higher so you can see that fun. It's really a trifold card, which is kind of fun. But what I loved about this one is the pink skates. They're the pink laces, I should say, on the skates. So I want to do pink skates tonight. Here is another one that I did on a previous video. This one had a free project sheet that I sent out to my email subscribers. We did this one in Misty Moonlight with the Country Woods. And this is another one I got in a swap, and I'm so sorry there's no name on it. I apologize. Sometimes people put a business card in and it gets separated from the card. So, but this one is another fun one with the sled. All right, so let's get cracking. All right, so hang on. Across the room, I've got, oh geez, Susan, hang on. the phone. All right, I'm back. It's all good. I have my dimensions here. So we're going to start with a, should we start with a card base or should we start going by cutting our sled? Pretty sure we're going to go white on this one. So let's just go ahead and cut our card base here. So I have some basic white cardstock, and I'm going to grab my paper trimmer, and I'm going to cut this at 4 1/4 by 11. So 4 1/4 by 11. How are y'all doing tonight? I hope you're having a good evening. So glad that you're here hanging out with me. Shout out to my moderator, Mary Nass, who's hanging in the comments here on YouTube. If you're watching over on YouTube, you'll see, watching live, you'll see Mary's comments. She's dropping measurements and product information and so forth. If you're watching over on Facebook, hey Facebook friends, how goes it over there? All right, I have so many dirty stamps on my desk that did I get ink on that? Oh my gosh, you guys. I am such a messy stamper. It is a true story. All right, we're going to score this 4 1/4 by 11 piece at, you know what, Sue, you can't score it if you don't have a scoring blade. Hang on. Apparently I took the scoring blade out for some reason. Fortunately, found another trimmer that has a scoring blade attached. Oh my goodness. All right, we're off to our usual rocky start here. All right, again, I have to slide it over so I don't touch inky stamps when I go to ink this because I have mess everywhere here, everywhere. I'm going to score this at 2 inches. And that's going to form our bottom pocket. And then again, it's 7 1/2 inches. So let's slide this over here. I've got the pull-out arm. I know you can't see that because of the reflection in the lighting, but it's 7 1/2 inches. There we go. Oh, thanks, Beck. I love fun folds. I do love fun folds. Our first founded of the night. Woohoo! We're off to the races, right? All right, so let's check this out. Again, it was 4 1/4 by 11. We scored at 2 and 7 1/2. If I did my measurements right, you never know. It's okay. We can always do it over again. Wouldn't be the first time. So I'm going to crease on that bottom fold. This is forming that bottom pocket. So that one is a mountain fold in that it folds like an upside down mountain right now. And then this one is going to fold down, and that'll form the upper portion of our card. All right, also a mountain fold. So there we have our card base. How about that? Now, I don't know yet what color we want our slider insert to be. We might just make it pink. So I'm going to hold off on that until we do some of our decorating and kind of decide what direction we're going with this card here. So I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to grab some cardstock here, and I'm going to cut. This is where we got in trouble last time. It's all good. I'm going to cut 1 1/2. 1 1/2. Sure you are, Sue. 1 1/2. I could cut it on either side, I guess. Oh my gosh, the stamps are in my way, you guys. All right, 1 1/2. Deep breath. 1 1/2 by 3 3/4 inch piece. Is that what I want to do? I think that's what I want to do. Let's take a look at it. So here's what I'm envisioning. I'm envisioning embossing this piece and layering on the front with a piece of cardstock behind. And since we're going to use pink as our accent piece here, I'm thinking pink. I'm not sure how that's going to look until we get our sled done. So I'm going to stop cutting stuff and we're going to make a sled. How about that? I guess we'll still be cutting stuff, but we're going to be die cutting it. All right, let's make a sled and kind of decide which way forward on our card. I have no idea what this is going to look like, you guys. Just we're going to figure it out together. So let's look at Brenda's card again. Brenda used the Smoky Slate cardstock to die cut her sled. And what's cool about this die, let me bring this in here. All right, hang on. I just hold the phone. I found it. our second found it of the night. If you can see this cool die, it has a wood grain embossing lines in it. So when you die cut it, it adds the lines into the cardstock. Now we also could go a different route. We could use the Country Wood Designer Series paper like I did on this card, and also on another card that I maybe can't put my, oh yes, I can put my hands on it right now. A different wood grain that I used on this card for the $1 Million Fun Fold card from the June Crafternoon. So we've got options here, friends. So let me know in the comments, should we use cardstock or should we use wood grain DSP for our sled? Let me know your thoughts. And while you're figuring that out for us, I'm going to go on in and start. I'm pretty sure I'm going white skates. So, oh, all right, I got to slow down here. I'm dropping stuff. Other words, things are completely normal and usual, as per usual here in Sue Stanfield land. We're a crazy hot mess. All right, let's bring in our platform number 1, our thin die adapter number 2, and our scarred up plate number 3. And we're going to get all set here for die cutting. I'm going to go ahead and die cut some skates. Now, if I do a project sheet for this, I'll tell you exactly what size of white you would want for your skates. But as I'm just winging it here, we're going to just grab a scrap off my desk. That's probably what you do when you do your die cutting, right? You don't cut it to size every time, right? We need some silver for our skate blades, and we need some pretty in pink for our laces. Let me dig around on my desk here and see what I got. Oh, hey, got some pink. Yeah, I think that's big enough for my little eeny weeny skate laces. And then I need some silver. Oh boy, hang on. I'm gonna have to go digging for that one. Let's see what we got. Here it is. Here's the silver. Oh, I had another thought. I had another thought. While I was digging around for my silver, I found this glimmer paper. This is the 2024 in color glimmer paper, which includes pretty in pink. So now I have a conundrum and I need your input. Should our laces be sparkly glitter laces or should they be cardstock? So sparkle or glitter or cardstock? Let me know in the comments which way we're going on the laces. And I'm going to grab a piece of silver here. And let's see. Some are saying wood grain, some are saying cardstock. I am pretty saucy, aren't I? Hi, Kenzie. Good to see you here. Can I do one of each? Oh, well, yeah, there we go. We could, I'm seeing votes for both. Boy, it's pretty tight actually. People over on Facebook are voting. People here on YouTube are voting. So depending on what I think you only see the votes for the place that you're watching on, but there are more votes. I'm just, this is really lazy cutting. It's called Chop a Chunk Off. All right, what are we doing are we doing glitter laces? Oh yeah. All right. You guys are thinking glitter might be fun. Let's give it a go. All right. So we'll do the same thing. We'll just chop off a chunk. Boom. All right. Let's get some sparkle going on these skates. Is anyone watching the Olympics? I have not seen any of it. But I believe it did start. I've been seeing news reports popping up that people are getting medals and so forth. I have not watched any of it yet. So people in Minnesota are excited because a person who's a former University of Minnesota student won a silver medal today in swimming. All right, let's go ahead and cut this through. And that's what makes, swimming is on now. That's what it makes me think of when I see skates, because Although I do occasionally see people skating in Minnesota, and of course there's a lot of hockey here in Minnesota. I don't, I often see figure skating at the Olympics and preparing for the Olympics. So obviously not the Summer Olympics, but you know. All right, so we've got one skate, two skates. Off to a good start here with our skates. And then we have our silver. My plate here is getting so scarred up now that things are getting stuck on the plate. So let me show you a couple little tricks. I want to be really careful how I get those off because silver foil or any foil really will pick up any little things. So you can take a piece of cardstock and use that to kind of try to slide under it. That's one way to do it. That worked in this case. You can also take the plate and kind of bend it to loosen it up. That is not going to work for the skate. Let's do our little paper trick there. Oh, I guess it did kind of loosen it because that popped right off. All right, so we've got some silver skate blades here. We've got, gonna make sure I don't lose all these parts, right? Let's take a look at our laces and see how those came out. Our pretty glittery laces. So you're watching me on your phone, Olympics on TV. You get the best of both worlds. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and roll this through. All right. Oh, people are biting the metal. They're very different looking metals, aren't they? Okay, there's one set of laces. Oh, those are cute, you guys. I think you made a good choice there. Look at those fun, sparkly laces. And we've got where'd our skates go here? Let's bring them into the mix. We'll lay it all out on my hand here, and hopefully we can see up close. Or maybe I should lay it on here. That might even be better. Let's do that. Hang on, I'm just going to dump this in the trash, hopefully. Occasionally it ends up on the floor, but you know, it's all good. It's all good. All right, there's a skate. I'll just cover up those glimmer blobs with that skate. And we have this skate, and we have our laces and our skate blades out of silver. Awesome. All right, we are off to a good start here. Let's clean up our mess a little bit here. Not something I spend a lot of time on, clearly. All right. All right, I got to keep an eye on my time here. We are going out for dinner tonight. Our reservations are for 8:30. It is 7:55 right now. It's 5 minutes to 8, and the restaurant is not far. So but yeah, I need to not go too long tonight. Okay, let's go ahead and go with cardstock on our sled. I saw people ordering both, and I've done some with the wood grain. So let's try. I've done several with the wood grain. So let's try the cardstock and see what we think about that. We're gonna go ahead and go with. I'm gonna go with the smoky slate. I really liked how Brenda did that. Although, pebbled path would be kind of fun too. No, let's go smoky slate. Hang on. Gosh, seriously, got stuff everywhere. Hang on. All right. And I think we'll do the sled runner. Oops, I have the wrong die out here. So that's for the stamped sled. You're doing the sled runner, and that is out of basic gray. We'll do that out of the dark gray, just like Brenda did. Let me grab my trimmer here. And let's give this a go. Again, let's see. I'm just going to see how wide I need to cut this. Looks like a 2-inch piece would be plenty. So this is strategic cutting on top of a bunch of stuff. Don't try this at home. Now my water bottle is trying to knock the whole business over. Okay, whatever. All right, that looks skinny. Is that going to be big enough? Yeah, I think so. I measured it, right? Okay, 2 inches. This one needs to be a bit wider than that. We'll go plenty wide here and give it a 3-inch chop. Nah, I'll go 2 3/4. That should be enough. There we go. All right, let's, sorry, I had to go off camera for that because things were getting a little congested over here. Your die looks upside down in the sled. Yeah, I haven't put, yeah, you were correct. So let's put it the right way down. That would work better, right? All right, so there we have our sled wood pieces and our, I guess I'm calling it maybe the frame of the sled is the accurate terminology. It's the blades of the sled that what makes it go, right? Let's pull this back a little bit so I can get a little more torque on my handle here. Yeah, I wanted to see what our sled looked like before I decided what color, if we're going to layer the embossing piece or not. Sometimes it helps to start with that main element of your card, so it gives you direction on where you want to go with the rest of it. So I'm going to just very carefully pull this out. I can see where that was cut out from, and let's bring in. You know what? I'm going to grab a different, these are all perfectly contained on here, so I'm going to grab a different one. All right, here we go. Let's grab this and give this a roll out here. So this is the Take Your Pick tool with the die brush attachment. And I'm just rolling out my die cut sled piece here. You can also use the little ejection holes to give it a little push, a little nudge, and poke it out. There we got our main steering piece. And let's see if we can get the rest to come out here. If we tuck really nice, maybe it'll come out. There we go. All right, and then I do have to just take my Take Your Pick tool here and just poke out these little slat pieces in the center because we don't want those. And there's one over here, and there's one over here. All right. Come on, you know you want to come out of there. And then there are little, I suppose they're sort of like rivet holes. I wanted to call them nail heads, but I think they're probably, a sled is probably put together with rivets. And I'm just going to make sure those are all poked out because those will be going right over top of the sled, the runners of the sled. All right, so we've got this. Let's just check the little bits in the trash there, and let's pull this one off. It almost reminds me of like a shelf in a kitchen, like a baker's shelf. Is that what they call those? Baker shelves? Call them runners. Yeah, runners or the frame of the sled. Either one probably works. Okay, so there we have our sled pieces. And let's build a sled. Kind of like the movie Frozen, building a snowman, only we're building a sled. And some skates. All right, we're going to put this aside for now. It will be back. Okay, it's all right. I'm fine. I'm fine, everybody. I almost knocked my water bottle over. Sorry about you got a close-up look at my water bottle. Now I'm dropping ribbon. Oh my heavens to Betsy. I have a big presentation a week from tomorrow, and I've been working on it again today. I've put quite a bit of work into it already, and I was working on it more today, and then I had to move all that stuff so that we could make our fun thing together. And yeah, it's just a little chaotic here, but really pretty much par for the course. Pretty much all systems normal here. All right, let's go ahead and just fit these on. It's kind of like a puzzle, isn't it? Getting them all back on. Okay, we're going to set that aside. Let's bring this to the table. We are going to be using some multi-purpose liquid glue, and I always find it's a good idea to use paper behind that just to keep the messes in check. So I'm going to grab a scrap paper here. There we go. A little piece of grid paper that this will do. Okay, so we're going to start by gluing on the steering mechanism. This is how the sled is usually steered, right? The frame reminds you of a window frame. Oh yeah, you can make it into a window if you cut off the top part, right? Oops, I still have another little, thought I got all my little bits out, but I've got another, this guy wants to hang on and just join the party. So we're going to glue this on, And you can see those little, maybe you can't because you're far away, those little holes line up with the runner so that they have the darker behind them, looking more like rivets. So I don't want to put any glue where that is, but I can see that there are no rivets on this top bar, so that's where I'm going to add my adhesive. Right. Whoa, hello. So now we got to talk about multi-purpose liquid glue. So a lake is a mistake. A thin line is just fine. Dot is a lot. I got a bit of a lake on the left. Can you see how I got excess glue over here? So when that happens, and it does happen, especially, so it's very hot and humid here in Minnesota. And so sometimes that heat makes that glue just heat up in there and get really loose. And then when you go to squeeze it out, yeah, out it comes. So I am just taking a little scrap of paper because, oh my, I have lots of those. And I'm just spreading that glue out a little bit and scooping off some of the excess onto my paper. I'm just going to chuck that out. And then we can go ahead and glue this on. All right, so got that top bar on. You can just press it down, hold it for just a hot second, and it's all glued in. Now this one, I like to do some dots. So I do have a little rivet right here, and it could potentially show. So I'm going to put a couple dots here and here. So just kind of the center between these 2 points and the center between those 2 points. Let's see if I can get just a dot to come out. Hold your breath, everyone. Okay, there's a dot and there's a dot. And I'm going to repeat that on the next runner and the next. They're the last one, I should say. The last little bar in the frame there. And then we'll just go ahead and stick this in place. And that glue is just going to disappear. Oh goodness, hang on. I've got a little rivet one that didn't come out here. Just wanting to hang around tonight for some reason. There, now it's gone. All right, got that glued down. Okay, so now we have our sled glued together. I could have taken that glue and put it on the extra pieces. That would have been much more saving of me, right? To just have used that glue on these other bits. But I've got plenty of glue, so I'm just going to go that. I'm going to flip my silver skate blades over and add a little bit of glue to the back of them. My stamp room is on the second floor of our two-story house here, and it faces full south, which is lovely because I get a lot of sun. But you also get the heat with the sun, right? So it gets warm in here. I do have a ceiling fan, and that helps keep it manageable for me, but maybe not for my glue, huh? All right, so I'm just going to put the blade on the skate, and it's liquid glue, so I have a little bit of time here to shift it around if I need to. I seem to have gotten that one just right in the right place on the first go, so yay for that. And we'll do the same here. And there we have our skate blades attached and ready to go. Okay. Whee. And we're going to grab our glimmer paper here and put our laces in. All right, so these are really cleverly designed. There is a slit, and we're going to just slide the flat part of the lace, not the end with the bow on it, but the flat end right in there. Okay, and I am not even going to glue this. I'm going to use a dimensional to attach it to my project, so I don't need to glue it. It's just very cleverly designed, and it's got this slit Aren't they cute? They're stinking cute. That little glitter just makes me happy. All right, there we have another glittery skate. Let's just take a look at those with our laces intact. Sorry, my camera sometimes decides to focus and then sometimes it says, no, don't wanna. All right, so we've got our little skates there. They're gonna go on our sled. All right, I have a little bit of glue on the back of this one. It keeps sticking to my finger. Or maybe it's, you know what, I think it's on my finger. That's the problem. All right, so we've got our skates. Let's go back to where we started building our card here. Now that I have our sled in place, I am realizing that I am probably going to want to add some more pink to our project because, you know, that was what I was after. So I am gonna, I think I was going down the right path by layering this. So I'm gonna continue in that vein. So bear with me here. We're gonna bring that paper trimmer in and we're gonna do a little embossing. While I'm bringing in the paper trimmer and cutting my my paper, I would love to get your input on which embossing folder we want to use for this. Do we want to use this, what's this one called, Mary? Snowfall Sky, maybe? I don't know why I can never remember the name of this folder. It's got snowflakes in different concentrations. Or do we want the So Swirly, which also looks like kind of a ice for skating or whatever. So let me know, snowflakes or swirly. Let me know which one, which direction you want to go. And while you're voting, I'm going to cut this other piece right here. So I'm going to go with the embossed top portion, which is, oh, uh-oh, hang on. All right, did anyone see? Oh, found it. I lost the trimmer. Oh my goodness. All right, this is 3 inches. Wait. That makes no sense, Susan. I still don't think my measurements were right from last time. Oh my gosh. All right. I think I know what it's supposed to be though. Let me just excuse me one moment, please, while I measure. All right, what was this part right here? It was 3 3/4 by 3. Okay. Now I know where the boo-boo is. All right, 3 3/4 by 3. All right, so there's 3 inches. And there is 3 3/4 inches. Okay. And then let's grab a piece of Pretty in Pink and cut our layers. All right, it's coming out here. So this should be 3 1/4 by 4. Oh, I guess that was right. Okay. Yeah, I didn't trust my measurements and they were absolutely right. That'll teach me. 3 1/4 by 4. See what that looks like right there. Okay. And then this one should be 1 3/4 by 4. So that's 4 right there. And then 1 3/4. Double checking before I cut, right? Measure twice, cut once. All right, friends, let's see what we have here. All right, we've got that. While I have the trimmer out, I'm going to go ahead and cut our part that slides up, and that is the slider insert, and it's going to be 3 1/2 by 7. I am going to do it in pink because we can. So 3 1/2 inches by 7, and then we're going to score it. Okay, let's slide everything out of the way here. Pull that open. And then I'm going to have to scroll up and see what you guys decided on for our embossing folder. Thank you for helping me design this card. I know with your help, it's going to look awesome. All right, we're going to go ahead and score this at my scoring blade fell out. My trimmers have seen many years of hard wear and tear, and so all right, there we go. Got it back in. All right, we're going to score this at a 1/2 inch. So that's right here, 1/2 inch, and then 5 inches. Wait a second. So 1/2 inch, and then over to 5 inches. Let's do it that way. All right, so let me do that over again. It should have been 1/2 inch right here, and then you slide it to 5 and score again. Okay. All right, here we go. Just Stampin' Up! Self-scoring blades. I don't, that's a really good question. I will check on that, Virginia. I'm not sure. I don't think they're in the catalog, but I think they might be available online. You can also call Stampin' Up! And ask them about that. So if yours is no longer scoring well. All right, so this is the insert piece. It is going to be sliding into this pocket. So we want to do this one as a mountain fold. And then let me show you on this one, the other piece, the top section that we scored, we're going to fold backwards because we need it to attach to the front of the card so that it slides up. They're online. Thank you so much, friends. All right. If you can't find them, Virginia, shoot me an email and we'll get you sorted. All right, so we've got this bottom one is the mountain. This one is going back well, I guess, wait, okay. That's going back the other way, yes. Okay, so that is going to attach right here. Let's go ahead and do that with some tear and tape. Tear and tape is a great choice when you're doing boxes because it's a very strong adhesive. Right like this. And I am running out of time, friends. All right, wrap it up, Sue. You gotta go fast. Our dinner reservations are in 16 minutes. So, all right, let's go ahead and pop this right in here. And I'm just gonna line it up with that top score and then close the card. And then it's gonna be adhered. Okay, and that's gonna slide out of the pocket part. Let's go ahead and bring these around and we're gonna get these embossed. Let me see. Currently unavailable. Okay, I will check on those and see if I can get a date when those are back in stock for you. You might need to shoot me an email to remind me. I am trying to find what you guys decided. Swirly snowflake, swirly snowflake, swirly snowflake. I am, boy, this is a dead heat, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm seeing a bunch of more snowflakes. All right, I'm gonna go snowflakes. Let's bring in our embossing folder here. So this is a 3D embossing folder. So our setup is going to be number 1, and then our embossing folder and our cardstock pieces here. This one has a heavier concentration of snow at the top, or at the bottom, excuse me, just like snowfall. And then we're going to put our plate number 4 on top of that once we have our embossing folder in place. Let's crank this through. All right. And let's put our card together. All right. How many seconds do you suppose I have before my husband is at the door going, are we leaving yet? All right, let's grab some adhesive here and pop this onto our card, our layer of Pretty in Pink. And let's pop this one on. All right. Yeah, I would have gotten later reservations, but the 8:30 was the latest available. So there you go. Our sleepy little White Bear Lake shuts down early, even on a Saturday night. So let's put this in here. All right. And I could have pre-recorded this, but it's so much more fun to hang out with you guys live, right? And you get to see all the chaos. Okay, let's pop that on. All right, so with this card, you do want to use some kind of ribbon or something to hold the bottom part closed. It'll hold your gift card or your money in. So we have two options here. We can use Pretty in Pink ribbon, which would be really cute. That's what that would look like. Or we can use this one, which is the silver and white. Is it called or sheer? Silver and white sheer ribbon, which would kind of match our gray and our silver. So let me know in the comments if you want the pink ribbon or the silver, which one you prefer. And while you're voting, I'm going to put our sled on here. And I'm just going to have to angle. I think it should be going downhill, don't you? Kind of angle it like that. Let's do that. All right, let's grab some dimensionals here. And I'm going to put those on. And pop our sled in place. I probably would normally add a few mini dimensionals as well, but I am out of time. So I'm going to speed this along by just using two. And we're kind of going downhill here. Looks like I have a few more votes for pink. I'm going to add our little skates right on top here. I'm also going to put dimensionals on the back of that. That will help hold the laces in. There's one. There's two. And let's pop these on. One and two. Okay, got my little, oh, those look too even. Hang on, I gotta, it's not quite right. Come on. You know you want to come off of there. Okay. Late or not, we need perfection, right, friends? All right, hang on. Oh, gosh. All right, let's see. There, that looks better to me. It looks a little more natural. Okay, I like that. All right, and then we're going to go, looks like pink ribbon was the winner. So let's tie our pink ribbon on. I'm going to tilt that one a little bit more later after I come home from dinner. Okay. All right, we're just going to tie a simple knot here at the bottom. This will keep that bottom part of our card closed and keep the pocket in place. All right, there we go. Just going to give it a quick trim. Somebody said that it bothers them that I use so much ribbon and I cut more than I need on the videos. And that's because, yeah, I get a little nervous on videos and my hands get a little shaky, believe it or not. And so, yeah, I do often cut more than I need on a video, but when I'm making the card myself, yeah, I'm pretty frugal with the ribbon. All right, there we have our sweet little, let's bring our dimensions in here. Our sweet little money or gift card holder with our sleds. I'm going to move those skates. Okay, I'll do it later. And this one opens up just like that. You want to know what I'm having for dinner? I don't know yet. That is a really good question. Probably either filet mignon or their chicken risotto is amazing. All right, there we have our, can you see the dimensions? Hopefully you can. All right, let's pop those right here. And there we go. All right, thank you, everyone. I'm going to flip the camera so I can say goodbye. Let's see right here. Thanks so much for hanging out. Now, I probably will still add a sentiment here on the front, maybe let it snow. And I will post the finished picture of the card over on the Sue Stampfield Facebook group. Anyone else welcome to hang out with us there and join us. And I'm going to do a project sheet for this gift card slider. You can subscribe to gift card to the free project sheets at SueStampfield.com. Click on subscribe. Have a great evening, everyone. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.